This morning on DC News Now, early voting for the general election underway in Virginia. Key races on the ballot this November. And warmer weather returning for the weekend, ending the summer with some possible clouds and scattered showers. Plus, waking up to gunfire.
His instinct kicked in pretty quickly, very shaken up.
Parents concerned after a robbery at a bus stop. Stepping up security, Metro cracking down on fare evasion. And the Commanders giving back.
Everyone has a purpose, and everyone's special in their own way.
Special Olympians learning lessons on and off the field.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning, and thanks for starting your Friday morning with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Yeah, good morning to you. I'm Corey James. Shanika's keeping an eye on those roads this morning. She's got the latest for your commute. We're going to start things off with Brittany Ward and for meteorologist Jackie Lear this morning. And looks like today should be good before some rain moves in tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be a gorgeous day out there. Nice way to end out the work week. We are going to be tracking sunshine across much of the area and those warmer temperatures. So satellite and radar showing you those dry conditions across much of the mid-Atlantic as well as the Northeast. This will be the trend as we head through much of your day today. Now, those dew point temperatures stepping out the door, they are a bit sticky as you head closer to the district. We're going to be holding on to lower 60s as we head through much of your Friday, and then those temperatures, they'll be on the warmer side. We're talking 80s across the area. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that forecast and what to expect coming up. Shanika, how's the roads?
All right, good morning. Happy Friday. Not much happening right now, but we do have this one crash that is on 270 heading southbound. That's between Maryland 85 and 109. I can't see it from this live traffic camera. This is the only one I have here, but you will see some congestion if that crash is still there, especially in the later hours of the morning. Overall, you're looking good. I'm not seeing any problems aside from this one issue again on 270 heading southbound.
Well, DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and starting today, people in Virginia can cast their vote early for the November election.
Yeah, in 3 hours, voters can head to the polls for early voting across the state. That's at 8 o'clock this morning. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons is live in Arlington breaking down what voters need to know before they go. Liberty, good morning.
Good morning, Corey and Tanaya. Well, election officials hope that early voting will help ease the crowds on November 5th. And you can cast your ballot here and at a number of polling locations across the state to decide your choice for president and your local candidates. So let's break down what you can expect to see on your Virginia ballot. One of the closest watched races will be between Democratic Senator Tim Kaine and Republican challenger Hung Cao. Now, an exclusive poll back in July by our reporting partner, The Hill, along with Emerson College, found that former President Donald Trump was leading in Virginia, but by just 2 points against President Joe Biden. Now, the poll has not tracked his odds against Vice President Kamala Harris. Locally, the poll showed Senator Kaine leading Cao by 10 points at 49% to 39%. Now, Cao is a Navy combat veteran who has been endorsed by Trump, while Kaine is a former vice presidential candidate who is seeking his third term. And early voting will end by November 2nd. For now, live here in Arlington, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Thank you, Liberty. In Maryland, early voting starts October 24th, and in the district, you can head to the polls starting October 28th. To register to vote during early voting, go to an early voting center in the county where you live and bring the document that proves you're a resident. This includes your license, ID card, change of address card, your paycheck, a bank statement, utility bill, or other government documents with your name and new address.
Time right now is 5:03. Developing this morning out of Virginia, 2 people were hurt after a shooting in Alexandria. Police say it happened last night near North Payne and With Streets. Both men were taken to the hospital and are recovering. The extent of their injuries is not known. We are working to learn more details about a potential shooter. Stay with DC News Now as we gather the latest. And in Maryland, Prince George's County Police investigating a deadly shooting in Hyattsville. This took place near 52nd Avenue. Police say the man who was shot died at the scene. So far, suspects have not been named. We're also working to learn the name of the victim in this case. Anyone with information is asked to contact police.
And we now know the Virginia man accused of killing 2 people, including his wife, will go to trial next year. Fairfax County prosecutors say Brendan Banfield did not appear for his court hearing yesterday. Banfield faces charges in a double murder plot with his family's au pair. Now, he has been indicted in the killing of his wife and another man at their home in Reston. Banfield will go to trial in February. The au pair is also facing charges for second-degree murder. And in D.C., police say the officer who shot and killed violence interrupter Justin Robinson, well, they are now back to work. However, those officers are not back on full duty, so they are not in uniform. The 2 D.C. police officers allegedly shot Robinson at least 10 times after he was found unresponsive in his car. Police claim that when Robinson came to, he reached for an officer's gun. Police also say Robinson had a gun next to him in the car. His family is asking the Department of Justice to charge the officers involved and investigate D.C. police practices.
This morning, a D.C. coffee shop owner in Adams Morgan is under investigation for possible hate crime after he allegedly assaulted and berated a rideshare driver. The attack, part of it, caught on camera.
The video shows him repeatedly making offensive statements and telling the driver to, quote, speak English. Our Marielle Carbone has more on the multiple D.C. agencies investigating the business.
This video now viral, racking up millions of views on TikTok. Can of Coffee owner Greg Harris berating an Uber Eats delivery driver on Monday for not speaking English. Gregorio Mundarayan, the delivery driver who took the video, says he never expected it to go viral. He says he tried to act calm and started recording the interaction after he called the police. According to this police report, Harris can be heard screaming, "This ain't no expletive country," and assaulted Gregorio when forcibly placing a bag of food in his chest. It's being investigated as a possible bias-related hate crime. I don't know why he did that to me. I don't know the motive, but in a few words, the video tells everything. We tried to speak to Harris Thursday.
I want to make sure you have a chance to respond to the videos out there.
Monday. But he simply told us to tune into a live Instagram feed Monday for a response. According to city officials, Can of Coffee is being investigated by multiple agencies. DC's Alcoholic Beverage and Cannabis Administration sent this warning letter to Harris in May for illegal cannabis operation. At the time, the business was called Mary J's Exotic 420. And according to the Department of Health, Can of Coffee was cited twice for infractions, once in May and once in August. DC Health ordered the establishment to close on September 11th, with a follow-up visit on September 18th. The incident with Gregorio happened September 16th.
Are you guys still in business right now?
Live streaming.
And according to the Department of Justice, there were 72 hate crimes related to race and ethnicity in D.C. in 2022. The year before, the agency says there were 35.
And the district is cracking down on illegal pot shops. Two more businesses were shut down this week in the H Street corridor. The businesses were given a warning in March and then a cease and desist order in July. Officials served closure orders to the owners of All American Papers and Stoners DC. At Stoners DC, investigators recovered 949 grams of marijuana laced with amphetamine.
They should definitely look into it. It's too many laced products apparently going on. And it's just too many robberies too.
No arrests were made at either location and an investigation is ongoing. The business owner also faces a $10,000 fine from the ABC board. All right, well, all 98 Metro stations now have the new, taller and more secure fare gates.
Yeah, Metro says more than 1,200 of those gates have been installed since the project started last year. DC News Now's Tosa Fakile is live this morning at Judiciary Square Station. And Tosa, I remember you covered this story when those gates first were installed. People were hopping over them because they didn't want to have to pay. Are we seeing some improvements?
Yeah, Corey, we are. We were at Fort Totten, I believe, when we were seeing people live on air hopping those gates. But Judiciary Square Station, where I'm at, is the last one to be retrofitted with those new gates. Of course, Metro not open now, but Metro did say fare evasion has gone down about 82%. in the system. Now, the process of installing these gates started back in July of 2023. That's last year when they started installing the 5-foot tall gates and taller fences. The transportation body believes these new fare gates will put more of a dent in the issue of fare evasion, which is one of customers' biggest concerns, and that is according to a Metro survey. Now, Metro Transit Police has written over, check this out, 10,000 fare evasion citations so far this year, and Metro says that's nearly 3 times the number of tickets written through the same time period last year. Metro Police has also arrested more than 250 people stopped for trying not to pay and taking Metro. Now, in a statement, Metro General Manager Randy Clark says, we have seen incredible results from the taller fare gates. We are never going to completely stop fare evasion, but these go a long way in addressing the problem. Metro has recently finished installing new fare boxes on all of its 1,500 buses, and Metro also says that Metro Transit Police will continue to patrol stations looking for those people who plan to ride the train or take the system without paying. Corey, I can tell you we're definitely going to be looking out once these gates open. We're going to be looking out to see how those new gates are faring here at Judiciary Square. But coming up in the next hour, we'll tell you what Metro is doing to help people who need help paying to take the system. But for now, we're live at Judiciary Square Station. I'm Tosin Fakile. Back to you.
All right, we have to see what happens, especially during those rush hour moments. Hopefully, Tosin, people aren't going to be hopping over those gates. We can't have none of that.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed. All right, Tosin, thank you. Time right now is 5:10 on this Friday morning in Virginia. Work is progressing on widening Richmond Highway and the bus rapid transit system. Now, work on the BRT started earlier this year. Fairfax County is continuing to design and secure funding while preparing for construction. All right, so to come this morning on DC News Now, the Commanders giving back to the community.
That they are. Former Washington legends teaming up with the Special Olympics and a historic night for the WNBA. Taking a look at Caitlin Clark's return to the district.
Plus, making a live look outside this morning, Brittany Ward in for meteorologist Jackie Lee with the forecast.
You know, it's going to be a quiet forecast, Corey, as we head through your Friday. We're going to be tracking sunny skies and warmer temperatures. So keep it here. We'll break down this forecast for you guys coming up after the break.